history repeats itself. The Reavers and Grizzlies one more time. Who's the top dog this time? The 7th-ranked Iowa Western men's basketball team, another classic weekend in Canesville. Another Canesville doubleheader, ×2, is the ladies, 2-timers as well. The 2nd-ranked Titans tip things where they left off, and the boys and Black Raiders on and off till the very end. It ended weeks ago, but they're still celebrating, kicking it in Canesville.
Hey, we're the Graphic Edge Bowl champs.
The Bluffs Sports Zone?
And it starts right now.
Hello, I'm J.J. Davis, and welcome to another edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. Now, I've been waiting for this game for over a month, or make that 36 days. Now, the last time Iowa Western welcomed the Butler, it was for the national championship. And this time, well, does it really matter? I mean, it's Butler, and you can't get any more graphic than that. The Reavers ready to roll against the Grizzlies. Butler storms out looking for a little payback. Struggle from the get-go. First quarter, Akis Teague around the edge for 6 yards. Iowa Western 11 plays, 49 hard-fought yards. Connor Brevard to George Seal, first down. Brevard to Brock Hinkle for 6. That kind of game. Danny Hamilton nails a 27-yard field goal. The Reavers are on the board.
You gotta put those in.
The Iowa Western defense, a stone wall. The Grizzlies just 30 yards in the first quarter. In the second, Butler third down. Trayvon Young, one of his 2 sacks. The Reavers show moving the ball outside the 20s. Mr. Zigzag, Akis Teague. The Super Soft carries the Rock of School record 33 times. Iowa Western moving the chains. Alex Reed, the MFC champs, 62 yards, 13 plays. Akis Teague starts and stops his way to the Butler 20, but the drive stalls once again. And the freshman from Omaha West Side, Danny Hamilton, drills a 38-yarder. 6-zip Reavers, 3:09 left in the half. The Grizzlies, a 3rd and 8 from their own 18. QB Hunter Vaughn drops it in for Trey Holman, 25 yards. Butler, a 3rd and goal from the Iowa Western 15. Vaughn to Ty Suggs, stopped at the 6. Robert Rolling attempts a 21-yard field goal. And the Reavers' reaction says it all. No good. Iowa Western leaves for a break with a 6-0 lead.
Oh, you gotta turn another notch. Let's go.
At one point in the third quarter, Connor Brevard hits 11 straight passes. The sophomore 23 of 30 overall. Akis Teague, the workhorse. Number 6 runs wild for 150 yards. The Reavers in the red zone 4 times overall. This time, Teague fumbles it away. Scott Strohmeyer's defense comes through time and time again. Fourth quarter, Butler 3rd and 8 from the Iowa Western 37. And Ryan Langford says no. Big interception. 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Danny Hamilton, a 23-yard field goal. Andrew Davis, a game-saving tackle. Now, the Grizzlies have not been held scoreless since 1991. 4th and 10 from the Reavers 26. And it's not enough. Hugs for everybody. The Reavers held without a touchdown for the first time ever, but still win 6-0.
Great win, man. Congratulations.
Graphic Edge Bowl.
Good job. Thank you. Good job.
Credit to my coaches and the players of just going, to the whistle, play, and we stress that all the time. You got to play nonstop, go, and until never give up. And they did that today, man. That was a heck of a defensive effort.
Our deal wasn't to worry about the offense. So the main focus was to go back in there and stop them. If we had to do it again, go back in there and stop them. All I asked for the offense was to give us 3 points when they can. Hey, if they don't score, they can't win.
Coach Blackburn had a great game plan for these guys. All bowl prep, we were just hungry. We knew what we could do, and we had to get that shutout. That's what we did.
I was the most valuable player. Thanks to my O-line. The majority of the time, the holes were there. I had to squeeze and I had to get through them. And then I got to get our defense props. They were swarming. They weren't trying to let me get to the holes.
Philosophy, short or long kicks, what are you thinking?
I just try to kick every kick the same. Don't really think about, I don't like to know the distance when I go in, so I just like to go in there and kick it however I kick it.
What does it mean for you, member of the sophomore class? You lose just one game in 2 years and you win a national title.
I got to give a lot to the administration and coaches. They're one of a kind, and I just can't believe the opportunities that they have given us. So I think it was big time for us.
I think the biggest thing that I'm so proud of is that so many people counted us out, after last year, losing all these guys. We have to replace everybody off a national championship team. And I think just from a national stage, not giving us the credibility maybe that it was a one-year wonder.
Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family!
We salute the family. The Reavers, just one loss in 2 years. Let the good times roll as the Iowa Western juggernaut rolls on. So, another knockdown drag out with the Grizzlies. Now, if someone would have told you before the game, there'd be no touchdowns, 0, zip, nada, what would you have said? Look at that, 6-0. Now, I thought Akis Teague was the best player on the field for either team. 33 carries, 150 yards, and no doubt the Graphic Edge Bowl's offensive MVP. I told Alex Reed before the game, he got to the Dome a year late. The former Titan from Lewis Central really comes of age. Leading receiver catches 6 balls for 58 yards. But the story in this game, the defense. Not only shut out the Grizzlies, but held the Butler to 232 total yards, not much on the ground. What an effort. Iowa Western beats down the Butler again, and it doesn't matter how the Reavers did it, the score, whatever. They won, and that's all that matters. Scott Strohmeyer, his staff, Iowa Western ends another stellar season at 11-1. From a fist fight to a shooting contest, the second-ranked Titans pick up where they left off. But first, the Iowa Western women tip off another classic weekend when we come back.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, our goal is to help you, your families, and your businesses grow and prosper for generations. We take pride in our community, whether it's volunteering our time or helping individuals, families, and businesses succeed. We provide you with the personal service and attention you deserve. With over 220 years of banking experience, decisions are made locally. We are Council Bluffs people operating at Council Bluffs Bank to help Council Bluffs be a better place to work and live. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking, the way it used to be. Member FDIC.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. Since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Look, he's blushing.
This portion of the Bluff Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in Southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
I don't know about you, but I'm thinking, if shot blocker Ty Houghton doesn't get hurt in the NJCAA quarterfinals last year, it's a different deal. But he did, and we all know the rest of the story. A new chapter is being written this season. And for starters, 4 of the top 6 players are back for the Reavers. Iowa Western's ranked 7th in the nation. The 7th-ranked team in the nation circles the wagons and comes out firing. Deep, Jake Walker amongst the trees, grabs it right back up, and it's 8-2 Reavers. Darian Williams makes his presence felt. The first of 3 big first-half dunks. Terry Starks goes for a drive, and Colby ties it at 12 with 13:40 to go.
All right, let's go now. Let's go. Hey, yo, hard work on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hard work.
Hard work pays off for Iowa Western. Shaquille Calhoun, little 7-0 run. Josiah Coleman comes off the bench, and it's 19-12 home team. The Trojans turn the ball over 23 times, and look out below, Darian Williams. Jeremiah Ingram jams it as well, and the visitors cut it to 6 with under 7.5 left. Jim Morris's club closes out the first 20 minutes with a 25-7 run. Josiah Coleman drains 16 before the break, including 2 trays. The sophomore from Cedar Rapids finishes with 19 points. Darian Williams leads 5 in double figures, just stuffs in 20. Iowa Western lays out Colby 102-63.
Our defense definitely triggered our offense. So we got ourselves out and got ourselves out and running, and I thought they did a good job with that. We had some guys play pretty well. I was pleased, actually. We've had some trouble when we brought guys off the bench, so we dropped off a little. I thought today they increased that, did a nice job with it. Can't lose that depth. Sometimes you can have guys and they're not playing much and they start hanging their heads, but we got to keep them playing and keep them going, because we're going to need that depth as the season goes on.
I feel like you got a lot of guys who can do a lot of things.
Yeah, that's what makes our team a little special, because no matter who we sub in, they're going to be ready to play at all times.
Chemistry this year should be like, we got to work on it more. We get in there as a team, as a young group. We get in there. We have 6 sophomores who return, try to get the freshmen on the same page so everybody can come on and build that same chemistry we had last year.
Feeling good about it, Jim?
I feel real good about it. I like our team and I like our attitudes, and I think we'll be fine. We just got to keep working, and I think they'll do that.
That they did the next night as Iowa Western wipes out Cloud County. The 7th-ranked Reavers hit the exits at 12-1. And then there's the ladies. Going to need a program. 13 new faces for the 2013-14 season. But that's just fine with head coach Jim Turgeon. You see, Iowa Western doesn't rebuild. The Reavers reload. The Reavers fired up. Tip it off with the Concordia JV. And a preview of things to come, Blair Harding with the first points of the game. The home team takes a 9-5 lead. The Bulldogs keeping close. Whitney Hayes inside. But Iowa Western 13 threes. Leilani Pasalio sticks it. The Reavers a 19-4 run. Abigail Osoro. And the visitors could use a doctor, down 28-9. Now the D side forces 17 turnovers. J.J. Hopsa. Blair Harding pours in 20 points. And the sophomore from Baltimore knocks down 6 trays.
Blair Harding for 3.
J.J. Hopsa on the home side run into the break with a 50-29 lead. And note to self, they're good. Second half, more the same. Iowa Western, just too much of everything. Abigail Osoro leads everybody with 26. The Reavers crush the Concordia JV 102-65.
Osoro!
We wanted to play hard, and I thought we did that most of the time, and we wanted to execute our stuff, and I thought we did that most of the time. We had some breakdowns, but obviously we're bigger, stronger, faster, more talented than them, and we should win the game.
Where are your biggest areas of improvement since you put the squad together, and what do you need to work on?
I think defensively we're a lot better. We still got a ways to go. We don't foul nearly as much as we used to, and we're playing together so much better.
Abigail Osoro.
Oh, our defense is a lot better than the beginning. Like, we're going more aggressive, and so.
Is yours an inside-out or outside-in team?
Inside out, with Abigail in the paint, definitely inside out. And then once they trap and collapse her, she kicks it out.
They drive me crazy sometimes, but it's a young group. We had 13 new players, and there's been some trials and tribulations, and But I think they trust me. If we just keep sticking together, we're going to get better and better.
Better the next day, as Iowa Western then knocks off the Northwestern College JV. The Reavers walk away from the weekend with an 11-1 record. Before they were shooting it out in Canesville, the Iowa Western soccer team's holding one last shebang, shooting away at Lewis Central after the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed Sports Med. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury, getting you back in the action. Jenny Ed Sports Med partners with Neb Ortho, giving you consistent one-on-one care from diagnosis to rehab. And since every injury an athlete is different, they've even developed a sports injury clinic specifically designed for athletes. Jenny Ed Sports Med.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
They made their last trip to the Wells Fargo Arena for the first time since 2005. The Hawkeye 10 Conference champs went one and done at the state tournament in 2013. But who's to say Lewis Central can't make a return trip in 2014 as the Titans tip off a new beginning as the second-ranked Class 4A team in the state? Here's IWTV student Austin Heinen.
A banner night. Lewis Central with a home opener against Sioux City East. Black Raiders grab the early lead. LC's Kai Madsen with the rejection. Titans in transition. On the other end, Amy Peterson with the easy deuce. SC East leads 17-14 after one. Second quarter, home team up a point. Dana Dobellen sinks it from long distance. LC leads 21-17. Raiders hanging around. Hannah Vanderloo cashes into three. Call that long distance banking. Titans lead 29-25 at the half. Seconds left in the third, Paige Beacon with the team high 16 points at the buzzer. Yes! LC up 41-30. Under 5 minutes to go in the fourth, Peterson, who had 14 points, helps Lewis Central pull away and put away the Black Raiders 59-48.
It's always real good to get a win. You always like to win at home, and we're 2-0. That's where we wanted to be. You know, we have some things to work on. There's no doubt. We're giving up too many points right now. Defense is something we've hung our hat on for a lot of years around here.
I'm really proud of my team. We came out strong, and yes, we made some mistakes, but you know, that's what practice is for. And
then out come the gentlemen. LC starts off fast. Tony Rue, a long 2-point jumper, no problem. 4-0 Titans. 20 seconds left, first quarter. Connor Treff from outside nails it for three. Visitors down 5 after one. Second quarter, Lincoln Roenberg, who had 13 points this contest, drains it from deep. Raiders fighting back. Wyatt Mounts with the board, and then the putback. 22-15 Titans with 3 minutes to go. Minute and a half later, Jordan Betts makes it a 2-point game with the three. LC leads 25-23 at the break. Starting the second half, Sioux City East on a roll. Mount, who would lead the Raiders with 15 points, scores in transition. LC fighting back, Cody Cook for three. LC leads 38-34 after 3 quarters. 4 minutes left, Roenberg finds a cutting Rue and one. The senior leads the Titans with 14 points, and Lewis Central defeats Sioux City East for the first time in school history, 56-50.
Obviously, we've never done it, and so feels really good. I'm happy for the kids. They're a great program. I mean, their record speaks for itself, and so it's a great win for our kids. I'm just really happy because they put in a lot of hard work, and I wanted them to see the results of that hard work. So just really happy for them.
Just practice hard. Coach Miller had us working hard early, 2 days, first week, going at it, working hard, running hard. Got a big win tonight.
Well, I think they've worked hard and they've shown great leadership in our practices, positive attitudes, just leading by example and also encouraging guys.
The Titans returned 9 players from a year ago. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Austin Heinen.
Thanks, Austin. One season, just fast breaks right into another. And as always, there's just a couple of games before the holidays. At last report, the Titans off to a 2-1 start. The Lynx dropped their first. Mixed bag for TJ, 1-1. Same deal for the Falcons. Meanwhile, on the girls' side, second-ranked Lewis Central, 3-1. AL, 2-1. Another rough start for Thomas Jefferson. The Jackets winless. And the Saints are off and running. The high school basketball season shifts into high gear after New Year's. 2013, not a bad year for the Iowa Western soccer teams. The celebration continues on the other side.
Jack Frost, you do have beautiful teeth.
My what?
Are they really as white as they say? Yes. Oh, they really do sparkle like freshly fallen snow. This is an excellent example of what teeth should look like. Check out the iridescence of that incisor, the beauty of that bicuspid, the magnificence of those molars. And the best way to achieve such terrific teeth is brushing. 2 minutes, twice a day. Not 30 seconds, not a minute 45. 2 minutes. That's all it takes. They're beautiful.
What does the world have in store for you? It's all here. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Who can ever forget Will Lukowski running wild? The Reavers keeper just saved the day to give Iowa Western its second national championship in soccer. Yeah, that's right. The women won it all 30 minutes earlier. And they're still celebrating. Why not? You know, I'll never forget that night, that weekend for that matter. And when the Reavers come home, of course, a hero's welcome. Here's IWTV student Aaron Zach.
Iowa Western has won the national championship.
November 23rd, 2013, a day that will live forever in the history of the Iowa Western men's and women's soccer programs.
Men's and women's soccer champions!
3 days later, the national champions were honored in Canesville Arena.
It means the world to us because we had a lot invested as players. And now as coaches, obviously, we want to continue the legacy of what Iowa Western is all about, and that's, part of it is winning.
We weren't necessarily the best team individually, but we were the best team overall, and we were like brothers, we were a family, and that's really when I said this is ours for the taking.
Our commitment to the program and what we were doing, it's just like it all finally paid off. So it was extremely rewarding, and it's almost just an indescribable feeling. I still don't think it's completely hit me.
It's a huge blessing, and there's definitely like hard work and dedication put into it, with some blood, some sweat, some tears, and just really just our team is a family, and it was just great to win it together, and especially with the boys, because the boys and our team are very close.
I'm just super stoked, extremely proud of the girls on our team, extremely proud of the coaching staff.
We had a great defense
defense. We had a great offense that could score goals, and it was just kind of up to me just to kind of make sure that they didn't score. But mainly it was our defense and just a total team effort.
For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Aaron Zach.
Thanks, Aaron. Now, not exactly a picture-perfect weekend for the Iowa Western wrestling team, but it's close as the 10th-ranked Reavers hit the road for another tournament. 5 guys made the top 5 at the Buena Vista Open. Adrian Lozano went 5-0 at 125 and brings home the gold. Head coach Josh Watts told me it's the best he's ever seen Adrian wrestle. Hard luck Tyler Nation finishes 5th. Chris McFarland 2nd at 157. Bama or Tim Hester 5th at 165. Ditto for Quentin Swanberg at 84. Now Coach Watts comes away happy. Sees some things, some signs that his team is beginning to buy in and get better. Of course, that bodes well for the future. Which brings us to our Play of the Week, brought to you by Buena Vista University. First quarter, graphic edge bowl. Iowa Western quarterback Connor Bavard, the throw, and it's blocked. The QB catches his own pass and cuts it up for a 3-yard gain. How many times do you see that? Quarterback to quarterback, our Play of the Week. The Play of the Week is brought to you by Buena Vista University. Spring classes begin January 6th. 712-749-1990 to register today. That's all she wrote. Wrapping up one season, running right into another. And as for me, I'm done for 2013. My next show, Tuesday, January 7th. I'm going to get some R&R and gear up for the new year. So, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And this is it for our last edition of the Bluff Sports Zone in 2013. I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.